And Caesar went up on the ramp, went over. Want to show me, or do you want me? You don't want to do it? Forward with the feet, forward with the feet. I'm going to stay with this now. From that moment on, things went a little bit downhill. The loading's got terrible. The loading's got terrible now. Like it's nothing. So we came up yesterday, which was Saturday. It was quite a long way in the end with the traffic. I'm glad we came up yesterday, because coming up in one day and then doing the trailer loading, which we're going to now, a bunch of other things, is a tall ask. We've done it before. So there's a map of the UK again. It's not the one I usually use, but we're travelling up from Pembrokeshire. We're going up the west coast of the UK, up past Liverpool, and we're going to Blackpool, where we did the demo a couple of weeks ago. We've got some kind of around here, and then we sort of travel on a big loop. I think there's 8 or 9 horses on our travels on this trip. But yeah, this one's Burnley. We're in Burnley at the moment, which is somewhere around about here. Somewhere that gives you an idea where we are in the UK. Here's a picture of Kathy and her horse Caesar. Caesar is, I think he's 12 years of age, guys. 12 years of age. And Kathy has had him for 6 years and thinks the absolute world of Caesar. But things have gone astray, and I'll explain that now, so exactly what's going on. There's Kathy and Caesar, and I'll give you a quick rundown of why I'm there and what's been going on, guys. So Caesar hasn't been great at trailering, at loading, always been a little bit skeptical, but, you know, kind of manageable. And then after a while, got worse with, get more skeptical. It could take a couple of hours and could take sort of longer if you'd gone somewhere and was coming home. So Kathy thought, well, I need to try and, get this done a little bit better. So Kathy acquired a pressure halter, which, in the right hands, these pressure halters can kind of short-term help a problem, but you've got to know what you're doing. You've got to know when to release, because basically a pressure halter is a halter that the more pressure, the more it clamps down on under the jaw and across the nose. And if you don't let go at the right time, you can cause rearing horses. And that's what happened, guys. Now, I must tell you that Kathy feels totally responsible for it. And I said, look, Kathy, it happens. These things happen. It's happened to me in the past. Nothing, things don't go perfect all the time. And that's just life with animals, life with horses. So, she beats herself up about it. What happened was she put the pressure halter on, put pressure on to say, come on now, come in a bit quicker. We don't want all this trouble at the bottom of the ramp always. Put pressure on. Caesar went up. Obviously, Kathy didn't know exactly when to let go, to give to the pressure. And Caesar went up on the ramp, went over, and it was full, went straight over, rear backwards, and hit himself. Fortunately, he wasn't too badly hurt. He didn't break his withers, which can happen a lot with horses, where they break their withers, and then you've got to have operations and all sorts of stuff. So fortunately, it was okay. A bit shook up and a bit bruised up, but from that moment on, things went a little bit downhill. He started to lose confidence more and more from that point on, and obviously, what happens is then it's a knock on. The fact that Kathy's thinking that he blames her for it, thinking that he doesn't want anything to do with it, and all of that kind of stuff, and thinking it makes kind of a knock-on effect, and it has affected lunging. The loading's got terrible. The loading's got terrible now, and won't lunge properly. I say kicks off a little bit with lunging, starts coming in to her when Kathy asks him to lunge. Just generally, things are not great. Very, very draggy on the rope now. A lot of that comes from the trailer or lorry loading, where you allow them to go past 3 seconds, pull in, and then they just stick. And he's kind of become dull like that. Doesn't want to trust her with things. And she did show, Kathy did show seizure the flag, and that all went terrible. He was kicking out at that. Just generally, things need improving, and that's why we're there, guys. Kathy reached out to us, and it's one of the horses that we're going up north to do, and that's it. So I'll get on, an overview now of how things are, and we'll crack on with the video. And I've just done a couple of notes there while I was waiting for Tanya. Yes. Come on, Tanya. Face the day. She hasn't spotted me yet. She has. She has. Come on. She'll get the sat nav on now. And we'll get cracking, get to wherever this place is.
Well, it's a bit chillier than Greece.
Oh, don't. Oh, God. That's a man. How's your heated seats?
Do you know what? My bum was burning. I had to turn it down.
You need them this morning, though.
I've got 3 layers on.
Nice day, man.
Gorgeous day. I think we're lucky for the first. We're up here for 5 days, and the first couple are great. Not so great the last 2.
Really? I hope there's indoor arenas then.
Yeah, there's one tomorrow, but it's a nice day. I'm not sure. I think all the others are outdoor. Good job you bought your equine.
Yeah, Equidry and my Wellingtons. I've never seen so many equine places, horsey places. They're everywhere.
Well, we did a demo up here, didn't we? The Croft.
The Croft was the demo,
That
yes.
was a big demo.
That was somewhere around here. Yeah, lots of people have been asking how our Blackpool demo went a couple of weeks ago. Here's a couple of clips from it. It went really well. Great crowd turned up. And it was, neat to look. She didn't let me down at all. It's only the last couple of times I'll be riding her ever. But, yeah, she just showed all what I kind of head towards with my training. And bearing in mind, I hardly ride her now. But she just, I took her more than anything for Chevy. So she kept Chevy, nice and calm with his first time ever out, really, as a 3-year-old. First time he'd been anywhere. So, yeah, Nita was herself. That went absolutely wonderful. Really pleased with that. And which next? We just put a couple of the little clips. We've got videos of all of these different sessions, guys, virtually the whole day. And all of those go on the subscription channel, which if you check it out and maybe go on for a little while. Now, this was Benji. First, I've been working on him for probably about a year now. I've rode him about 10 times. He's come to a few demos. He's a great horse for showing, how I ride and the systems I use. And I've worked on softness with him. So has Carolyn, his owner, and this is her last ever horse. And just look at him, guys. First time I've ever cantered him and asked for any kind of softness, and he was just fantastic. And there's Carolyn. Although Carolyn's got PSD, was really worried about sitting on him in front of people. She just did it, guys. And I said, don't get doing anything, just walk around. And there she is, look. She took no notice of that and was cantering him around. It was just brilliant. Really pleased with how Benji's come on in the time. And then this guy here, he's Highland. Very, very, very difficult horse for me to do in a demo. He's a serial planter, so if he wants to stop, he's stopping, and he's been a nightmare really for the girls. And here I'm just driving him forward. Now I did spend over an hour on him, and I felt at times like I was sinking, like I needed more time. But you know what? It was kind of sudden. He suddenly said, okay, it's not worth me planting. It's not in my favour. And he did so well. He stopped planting, let me drive him forward. He was just wonderful. I must say, siding up there. Look, he tried to push through me, so that's where I blocked him there. But again, there's a full video of all of these sessions on the subscription page. So, yeah, we've had a message back from the owners saying he hasn't planted since, and it's been a massive factor in their handling of him, planting on the yard all the time. Here, it took me a while, again, siding up. He didn't want to side up, he didn't want to move his feet, and I got there in the end with that. I really could have done with a lot more time with this particular horse because it was deep stuff going on. But he had a breakthrough, fortunately, within the demo, and I think people got a lot out of it, seeing how I handled a difficult horse in a demo. This was the last horse of the day, and he he's been clipped, but you can't clip him around the ears. And there, look, I'm clipping him. We're using the food reward there. That went well. And then here's Chevy. He came in. Mel brought him in. It's his first time out. And it was, I don't know, 6-hour drive and a new place. And he handled it much better than I thought. We deliberately brought him in with Nita. And then we all and the crowd decided, yes, bring him in with Nita, then take Nita away, see how he coped. He did have a little bit of a whinnying session and got a little bit concerned. But again, that's good for people to see how I handle that, how I managed to offset his mind onto me and cope with it. Then I did a really good demonstration with him. And it was just great. Honestly, guys, for a 3-year-old, what I demonstrated on him, and I'm looking forward to restarting him for real now in the spring. So yeah, there's Chevy. That was great. And so it went well, really good. It was very tiring, the Blackpool demo, but people got a lot out of it. We certainly got a lot out of it. And this fella here, to have the opportunity to go and see all of this, he came back in a real good place, and I'm feeling good about him. So yeah, I'll get on with the video now, and here we go. There's Narina. Where are you? Yeah, so we got a bit of a problem. There's a problem of practicing. Yeah. You can't practice due to events that's happened, and understandably, on some yards. Then, in the ideal world, each day you would load him up, give him his chaff, leave him in there till he relaxes, then bring him out with quality. You do that every day, you haven't got a problem. You know, when you go places, how easy to load back up? Same. It's the same. And it's
actually worse, isn't it?
Yeah, that is quite common. Yeah, you know, it's one of those things. I get called out to shows quite a bit. Yeah, local ones, hopefully. Yeah. Yeah, they can't. They get them in. Oh, we loaded, great to get there, and there's nothing more embarrassing. So physically, you know, we always ask that. Physically, he's fine. Fine to do some groundwork with. Yeah. Can you hack him out? Can you ride him out? Yeah. Nice. Yeah. And how's his riding in the school? Really good. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Not a competition rider, or do you do a few? No, just fun. Yeah, fun. Best sort. Yeah. Hacking, dressage, fun rides. Yeah, lovely. We do endurance rides at our speed, don't we? So we're usually the ones at the back nattering. Right then, okay, let's go meet him then. And his name's Caesar. I don't know if you caught there the fact that it's difficult for Kathy to practice. I mean, whenever I go to a trailer in or any kind of loading job, I try to get things where pretty good, the horse is okay about going in and out, and then I give a program of feeding the horse, you know, as often as possible in the trailer or lorry, and it kind of really can help over time. I find it's a really good motivator, but not going anywhere, you know, just going up the ramp, feeding, wait until the horse is chilled out, come out on a good note, and they get used to that. And then obviously every now and again you do close up and go, but then go back to feeding them in it now and again. The one difficult thing here is there's no practicing. You're not allowed to practice there. There was an accident, a horse got away during practice, maybe once or twice, and it was a real problem. So there's no practicing on the yard. So it is difficult. Maybe things will change with that, but that is difficult when you can't practice. So I've really got to try and do a number on it. I've got to try and convince Caesar things are all changed now and he'll be fine. And I think the only way that there's any practice can be done is moving the lorry down into another area, going out of the off-site, basically. But it is difficult then. So anyway, bear that in mind. I've got to... Hello, you all right? Guys, Where's my toy? Where's what? My toy. Toy? I don't know. I'll have a look now. Do you want to say hello? Say hello on this. Say hello. You've just come in. Hello. Say hi.
Show Grandad what you've got in your hand. Show Grandad what you've got.
What you got? What have you won? Let's have a look.
Captain Cymraeg, which is the best pupil in the class today.
Right,
Hello. Hello, Caesar. Hey, don't you like the lorry, mate? Don't you like the lorry? Hello. Ooh. Hello. Hello. Ooh. Hello.
Right, loading around the box now from your message, and it happens. Some horses are just naturally claustrophobic more than others, and get worried more than others. It's been quite distressing area around the box, hasn't it? For over the period of time looking at the message.
A long time.
It's been you know, his heart. You know they have heart monitors. Some people put on them. His heart, without you probably knowing it, as soon as he goes down towards the box, it will start. It will start.
He knows the minute I put his boots on, the minute
Yeah,
walking
yeah.
down there.
Okay. I mean, that's how clever these horses are. We don't give them credit. So it hasn't been a great, you know, bit of geography around your box. Getting over it, it's doable, I think, with most horses.
How would you love this, Steve? I'll tell you what, put it on your Christmas list and send it to Santa.
Because I'm going to ask you to bring him in. I'm going to ask you to walk around with him.
Okay.
Stop him a few times. Just let's see what you know, what's happening now. Lorry loading, trailer loading is two things really. Straightness. Does he ever go off to the side?
Oh yes.
So he's learnt the side trick. Yeah, it's very common. So you'll be going up. When he's had enough, he'll go this way.
Yeah, he always goes to.
Do you know what? So many go to the left. A lot of that is that we lead them on the left, and they learn to push you, and that's their avoidance. They're getting rid of you then. So yeah, okay. So it's straightness.
Yeah.
And feet forward.
Yes.
So I'm rather than waste time with other bits of groundwork, I think you get on well with him on the ground. I'm feeling that. Am I right? Is there much on the ground you don't?
He's a bit stubborn. He's not very forward thinking, forward moving on the ground. He likes to stop and look at the view. He doesn't move brilliantly.
Oh, okay. So
that's why I think that.
I think
then,
a massive help. We'll just wash you a little bit. Then.
Hey, did you say he wasn't keen on a flag?
He fights it.
Okay. No different, but it's.
So you've got the tie as well.
The tie was brilliant because he wouldn't tie up.
No, he'd pull back, wouldn't he?
Yeah, he'd never tie up, and I can't really tie it here
Well
because we get
done.
traffic
That's
coming
great.
round.
Where is the tie there?
Well, I've got three. I've
You've
got
got
one in my
three
box.
ties?
I've got one spare.
We can't do our horse life without them.
No.
We've got just. I haven't tied solid. Did you ever use them?
I'll lend them to people.
So just in case you were wondering what we were just talking about, the safety ties. These are the safety ties, guys. And Kathy's got three. She's got them in different places. We've got, I don't know, we've got just that everywhere. They're in our, we can tie, with these safety ties, we can tie safely. And it's exceptional for any horse that will pull back and break string. It allows a feed through. They're just awesome, guys. Tanya's sent thousands around the world, haven't you? Yeah. It's unbelievable. So yeah, guys, check them out. There's some videos on our page of how to use them and the benefits. But that's what we're talking about there. There you go. Tie.
Oh, yeah.
Come on, then.
How big's your horse?
14.2.
There's the first sign of planting there, guys. That's what happens at the bottom of the ramp. That kind of thing. You can see he's just sticking there, taking no notice of the lead rope.
Little native.
Oh, come on.
He's up in the field now.
Yeah.
Check him out.
Are you right, cousin?
He says, oh no, what's going on there? Looks alright. And if you stop him and back him up a little bit. Yeah. Back him up. 3 or 4 paces. 1. You're looking at the feet, which is great. 2. Now, he seems quite dead to you there.
Yeah.
Right?
This is
okay.
what I get.
So this is the stickiness.
Yes.
And the planting.
Yes.
It carries over onto the trailer, where he sticks, and there's not much available life there.
No.
Okay. See if you can send him around you without you moving too much.
I do normally, if I'm doing this, I would normally use the lunging whip. Send him around.
Yeah, no, you do it how you want. See, if you don't get the available life here, he's going to just be dead by the trailer. You need some life in him, you know. There's nothing there. There's no available light. To what, you know, that would be perfect for a lot of people. From the problems you're having, that ain't no good. That's it's on his terms, isn't it?
Yes.
Tell me if you think I'm.
Oh, he's spot
Yeah.
on.
You know, he needs to. You shouldn't beg him. We all wouldn't have to beg them to move. You know.
Yeah. Right.
So you should have gone that way then.
Yeah.
Okay. See whether you can.
And that's the better aid. He's worse than that one.
Let me see. Let me see if you'll just.
He will try.
Sorry guys, this is a phone call that came through, but basically he pushes into her when she asks on this side.
He would come in, so when I'm sort of lunging him, and if I draw him to change rein, he's better to change rein.
No, that was just to get him to walk around you, which didn't really happen.
So I take the lead rope now, and you're seeing right from the off now what I attempt to free his feet up.
Came into you.
Yeah.
So he's coming on you really in his
Yeah.
mind. You know, I want him to
And yet when I ask
back
him
up
then
here,
to
a
come
little bit more energy, a little bit more. Right, so you see the energy in his feet then when I released?
Yes.
I released when the energy came in his feet. Okay. So he needs to know that when I stop, not good enough, still thinking forward. Right, energy in the, do you see the energy in the feet? I'm releasing it. I'm showing him I'm looking for energy in your feet, which is the same as lunging, going around us. I want you to stop. Now,
Good boy.
I just had an immediate, meaningful stop. That was on his back end, it was real. Okay? So I'll tell him now how good he is.
Is that rain?
Tell him how good he is. Now what I'm going to do now, before I start getting a bit lively with him, for the lunging, I'm going to lower his head. You said he's not too great at that?
He does it a bit. He won't go really low.
Yeah, well, it's something you might have
Practice
to do
more.
around the trailer,
Yeah.
because it's they can't help but relax. So
Yeah.
if he got into a bit of a state, you stand at the bottom of the ramp and you
Okay.
lower his head.
Okay.
It might not be too easy, but you'll see. I'll bring him over. Bring him over. And there's a little plant at the trailer,
Yes.
where he felt pressure here.
Yeah.
Stop. 2 paces too much. So every time he comes forward into me and doesn't stop, I back him up. So pretty soon, there's nothing in it for him. He may as well
Yeah.
stop when I stop. Okay, so a little bit of pressure under here, and I'm going to squeeze a little bit at the top of his neck here, where I can reach it from the saddle. So eventually you can drop the heads from here. All right. So I'm going to take it under here. I'm going to squeeze and start. And he's going against me now. He's going up. He's going up. So I don't care how long he takes now. Longer the better. And he went down. I felt a little tiny try from him. So now there's a release. Tell him how good he is. Same thing again. Little squeeze. All I'm doing, a bit of pressure, left to right. So I'll just keep this going now. He's gone up. Now, did you actually see the little tiny?
Yeah.
Tell him how good he is. And again, bit of a squeeze. He's going up. I'm just keeping this going, keeping it going, keeping it going. There. Now he came down 2 inches there. Tell him that's what I wanted. So the longer all of that takes, the better, because the more it will mean. You see? Okay. Do this in the stable. You're going to be able to simulate this. Tell him he's good. A little break. There has to be a little break of peacefulness in between. All right. He's come up there. He's dropped there. That was two seconds. That was 1 second. Tell him how good he is. I'll do this a lot, showing him I'm a good guy, because I will have to put a little bit of pressure on. He's going to hate me for the flag. He's going to be frightened of the flag.
He fights the flag.
Petrified of the flag when I start.
Can you hear that?
He fights it.
Huh?
Can you hear
Raining. Raining. You see where he's starting to set his head now? He's starting to find peacefulness lower with his head.
He's done that quicker than I thought he would have.
He has done.
Yeah.
So a bit of pressure here, side to side, and the side to side made him drop quicker then, side to side, there. Alright, so this is, I'm putting the hard bit in for you. You can then work on and do this a lot with him.
Yes.
Right, he's come up, you can hear the rain. Okay, look, now that's good because what I'm going to do now is show him it's not worth him keep going up, because all I'm going to do is leave him alone when he's down.
Yeah.
I had almost the spot there where I should have clicked there, but I didn't. That. See that little spot there? The little spot, he's left it there.
He suddenly accepted it, didn't he?
Yes.
Yeah.
So he said, oh, do you know what? This feels damn good. It's better than all of that. But that was a great demonstration of horse that didn't want to put his head down. You have tried and it hasn't really gone well. I was just persistent, but my timing of taking that off, and that off was exact.
Yes.
Some people forget to take that off and it doesn't go as well. Okay, so now he's quiet, everything's good. If you ask him now, I can drop his head. So that's good. So I'm a good guy. Right then, okay. So I'm going to just try and find quarters. I'm going to just keep this going now till he drops his hind quarter. Did you see his hind quarters there?
Yeah. We've practiced that a bit more recently.
How's that going?
Not too bad actually, but literally I've just done it where you do, as soon as he does it, walking away, walking straight, should I say,
Yeah. Okay. So, nice. Beautiful. I like that. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Quick, stop. See these stops coming here?
Yeah.
That's nice.
He went through a period of trying to bite me as well.
1,
Oh, better.
2, right?
Yes.
And just do this a couple of times. You wouldn't have to beg him, so you haven't to beg him
Yeah, I am.
for stuff.
Right.
So now I'm going to say how good I am. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to get energy in your feet. Oh, God. You see where I'm releasing?
Yes, yeah.
Letting him have a break. You know, stop. When I, that means something to all my horses. If I look at their feet and have the slightest touch here, they should move back here.
Yeah.
If you do this with your arm to suggest,
Yes.
go around me, they should move around you.
Yeah.
We shouldn't have to.
At the gate, where I open the gate and then I sort of do that as to say, and he knows that's the way out the gate. And he's really stubborn. At
Yeah,
that.
well, you know, but it is all carrying over, you see.
Yeah, everything.
Now then, let's see this. 1, 2, nothing. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Nothing. And then tell him that's it. So I've got to prove to him, like you will have to, that you are a worthy leader, and that as your life comes up, he needs to come up for you,
Yeah.
instead of blocking down. So that was really nice. Now I'm going to look at a foot. That foot, oh, it's gone. It's gone. And I'm telling him, I'm
Showing me
thinking
up,
how
Caesar,
wonderful
showing
he
up
is.
my rubbishness. Showing my
Look at
uselessness
this.
up.
No, look, I travel around. This is so common, but you don't want to lose the quietness of him.
Yes. Yes.
The absolute gold mine is having the life, but with the quiet.
Yeah.
And that's what, do you notice in between getting his life up, I'm dropping?
Yes.
Some stay up. You've got to be able to, that's what this head lowering is. If
Yeah.
he got too upset, I'd lower his head and let him chill out a little bit. I'm going to rub him with this flag. How petrified?
He'll back into it and try and kick it.
Oh, will he? Okay. Right then. So the first thing I'm going to do,
Really?
he might get upset.
And give you,
I'm going to not involve him with this. You must move out of the way from me. All right. I'm not going to involve him with it. I'm just going to keep shaking this now. Not involve. Oh.
Right, guys, it's important that I include this in this video, but it's pretty much my fault that happened. The halter comes off. Now, Kathy did say to me when I passed her my halter and lead rope, she said, I think this is too small. I said, oh, no, it'll fit. And Kathy just managed to make it fit, and I should have checked it. I didn't, and it came off. So, yeah, take a note of that, guys. It's a little lesson, make sure they fit and it's tight.
No, tap once before in a demo, Tanya.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, someone else did it up, that'll be all right.
I did.
Right, I'm going to shake this, but I'm not looking at him.
Yeah.
You with me?
Yeah.
He should be able to follow me around with this.
Maybe I've been a bit too nice with it.
But whatever he does with his feet, he shouldn't get rid of it. He can't get rid of it from him. Only acceptance of it can get rid of it for him. So, but the difference is in a minute, when I've got him more used to this, then it has to go from neutral, not meaning anything, to me saying now it does.
Yes.
Now it's connected to your feet, you need to go. So, do you see how I'm not looking at him? My arm's down in a neutral position. So he's got to learn to deal with this. And he's got to become desensitized to it.
Yeah.
So at first, the picture, sound, feel from this was threatening to him. So he has become sensitized to it. You understand the difference? Sensitized to desensitized. So the picture, if I do this couple of, you could work on this every now and again in here, take no notes of him, flap it around, you should get to where it's not a concern. Because then he becomes desensitized to it. Because he would have heard this noise, seen this flag thousands of times, so that picture becomes non-life threatening. So that's what desensitizing is. That's what desensitizing is. That's all it is. Is a horse seeing it enough and calculating that it's not going to hurt him.
Yeah.
That's why you're not in the best position with your trailer lorry loading.
Yeah.
Because we need to really load him. See, I couldn't stop that then. If I'd have stopped that, he would learn planting.
Yes.
Is how he got rid of it.
Yeah.
So just keep on going. So yeah.
Is he trying different things out now? Is he attempting to try a few little things now to see if he can get rid of it?
He searched and thought, if I stop plant, will that stop?
Yeah.
It didn't stop. That wasn't his answer.
Yeah.
So can you see him starting to get a little bit more relaxed?
Yeah.
Only the start, and tomorrow could be like starting over again, but eventually it's not. Eventually you could, because really, as quiet as he's showing, see there, I couldn't stop there, because he was planting. So he might experiment, if he plants, just like the trailer, all of whatever you tried, it starts to mean nothing. So he thinks if I plant, I haven't got to go in. You see? So, that's a really good demonstration now. A horse can very quickly see the stimuli that much, they realise it's not, until I ask him in a minute to move with it. But you can't ask, the mistake a lot of us make, me included years ago, I would go straight for the movement. If you'd have known about this, you would have done it differently, wouldn't you? You'd have got him used to the hearing, the feel, the sight of it before you start to do anything. Now I'm going to stop him here, stop, and I'm going to get a bit more useful now.
Is he going to sit here? You all right? Okay,
So would you... Oh, wait.
Right, that's my daughter.
So would you say that we've got somewhere with that
Yeah, definitely.
in 10 minutes?
Yeah.
So I don't think we could have done that.
No.
So, okay, so now I'm going to tell him how good he is. How good he is.
It's been a while since I had the flag out.
And he's light, beautiful there. So now, all I want, can you tut? Make sense? Right, so he's had a little break. There's a reason why I gave him a break.
Now, I was at Kathy's for about, it's got to be 3 hours or if not more. The videos can only be really an hour and a half at the very most. So although I leave everything in, I always say to James, everything's got to be left in that would be learning opportunity, or even if something goes what we call pear-shaped, I like people to see that things don't go perfectly for any trainer all the time, like the lead rep there. But yeah, we don't cut anything out that you didn't need to see, and all the learning bits are in.
Okay, so now I'm going to attempt to get a foot forward with the flag. So it's going to go, my intent now is going to change from neutral to active. Okay, so now that's going active. I'm going to lift this up, I'm going to shake it, and all I'm looking for is a foot forward. Okay, so I'm looking for a foot forward there. Now I had 1 foot forward. My timing was bang on there. That's it. Now I've got to try and convince him this. He has the power to get rid of this flag with what he does with his feet. Okay? So this is the backing up you told me about. This is what he's like. So if you want to both stand back a bit because he might career over there. Right, now I've gone from neutral to, do you see me get a forward step? Yeah. This is how we're going to build it. Now, I'm going to go back. I don't want him thinking this means move all the time. So look, I'm neutral. Yes. This is neutral. Not involving him. If I'm sat on a horse and riding it and I'm doing nothing with my body, not suggesting anything to him, I want his feet to stand still. And then I'll get useful. So now, look. Go forward. There, you went forward. You see how my body language completely changed then? Yeah. For forward. Yeah. Tell him how good he is.
Right, guys, I've played that again. Look. Can you see how Caesar gives me a little bit of a... I wasn't sure about the look, pulled away. There's no way I would leave it at that because all I was going to do was touch his forehead. So you'll see I'll continue again now till I get a good response.
Tell him how good he is. Right, so, and do you notice I've gone on his worst side?
Yes.
Okay, so neutral. Okay, so now... Go forward with your feet, straight away. So that took 4 releases, didn't it? 4 releases. Neutral, nothing. You can get rid of it. Isn't that marvellous to see that?
Yeah.
You know, but this is the big thing. He knows I'm not, you know, but now I am. Now go. That's how you got rid of it. Forward with his feet. Stop. Back up 2, 3. Thank you. Now we have the power to get rid of that. Now can he go forward? You can. Can he disengage? You can. Look at that. You are a dude. He's getting lighter, isn't he?
Yeah. His whole shape's changing.
Getting
Holding
lighter.
himself differently.
He's getting lighter. I'm being a factor now. I'm starting to say, I'm feeling good around you. You're worthy of, I don't mean this in a bad way for you, I'm just saying.
I know, yeah.
That's what, as horsemen, we achieve. And then horses that we ride which are dull, and don't go off the leg. You get this good on the ground, we get up there, and it pretty much is impulsion when we want it. Because all you're doing when you ride him, you're leading him, but from a different altitude. You're still leading them from the back. So you've got to get this right then. So can you go? Now then, I did not need my flag.
You didn't need to do it. Just your arm and your body.
Just my arm.
Yeah.
Good deal or bad deal?
Yeah.
So can you go with the good deal? A bit quicker there, a bit quicker. Right. Come on. So I've done that to say, come on, that means something. But I wouldn't have done that 4 ago. You with me? If I'd done that first, it'd have been over there.
Yeah.
So now, can you go? Good deal. Yes, you can. Right. So now I'm going to go on the other side. Right. Tell him how good he is. How good he is. Now you find he's starting to drop his head a little bit, isn't it?
Yes.
Because that feels good to him.
Yeah.
I've showed him that. Right then, so now I'm going to go from neutral to forward with the feet, forward with the feet. I'm going to stay with this now, and he can get rid of it. See how he got rid of it?
Yeah.
He got rid of it by just going forward with his feet. So can you go forward? Right, now you go forward with your feet. So we'll get this good this side. Very similar to the other side, would you say?
Yes.
At the moment, he's not too sure. There, he's gone. So that, I would say, exactly the same both sides.
Yeah.
Third one, he starts looking for information from it. It's not killing me. Stop. Can you go? Yes, you can. Can you go? And here's the start of a lunge. I'm building this up in a way you can understand about moving around us, not keep facing me. If he faced me, I'm going to get used to it with it.
Yeah.
So that was a bad idea for him.
Yeah.
Stop. Go behind quarters. Go forward. Go forward. Go forward. There. He got rid of it. I wanted a bit more energy. How did that look?
Yeah. That's good.
Really good. Drive it. Lead it. And what this done correctly gets them leading so much better.
I
and
loved
more
watching
likely.
this at Blackpool. This was really interesting watching.
So now I'm going to come around, my arm's gone out, and I'm going to take this space here. There, good. Now we're going to go back to leading. So I'm going to keep dropping around me, so I'm going to show him this isn't. I'm going to close him up here. See how I closed him up?
Yeah.
On there.
Yeah.
Rather than pull on him
Yes.
and stuff. So he's leading much nicer now.
Yes, he is.
I haven't got a death grip, look.
No.
It's open. Now I'm going to come around here. Right, a little bit of life. There's driving to leading. Didn't even need the flag.
No.
To leading. Stop. Give him a break. He's had every opportunity to nipply bite me. Don't speak too soon. I can't imagine that.
It's just when I'm bringing him in that he tries that. It's only when I'm leading him across the field. But he used to do it far too frequently.
So, bring him to here now. Stop him. And see if we can get back. Because every now and again you've got to go neutral with it, because at the moment this is all meant to move again.
Yes.
So now we go back to a little bit of, because he's got to know the difference when I'm limp and I'm let my arms down, I'm not focusing on him. You've got to know the difference of me being neutral, nada, to active, and asking him to move. This is getting good.
And the good thing about these flags that we make is because the material makes a noise. Some people just use a cloth,
Yeah.
and it doesn't make the noise.
Sometimes though, a cloth for the very first beginning
Yeah.
can sometimes be, you know, you can put a cloth on the end of a stick or something if you. So my focus will come behind him, take the space behind him, then only on his rear end if he don't go. So now look, will he go? A little bit more. So I'm saying don't what he does with you. You see how he tried then, but
Yes.
you see my timing?
Yeah.
Immediately he thought it,
Yeah.
so he didn't get as far as actually
Doing it.
coming in on me. So I'm kind of there before him. I've been getting this good, really good. And if he... No, I just had a little bit of life without that then, which was lovely. and then I step my foot back, get him to stop, and then I release. Very good.
No, I'm so glad you're doing a video. I'm trying to remember everything.
When you actually watch the video, it's about six things only.
Yes.
Basic groundwork. I could do all sorts with him. It will totally blow your head.
Yeah.
You can't, you know. So if you just keep it as simple as I am.
Watching you, it's so easy to see it.
Yeah.
But when you're actually standing there yourself,
No, and with people watching, you wouldn't be able to do it.
So much harder.
You do it with your friend maybe, and just try and, you know.
Yeah. I knew I was doing it
We
wrong.
might end up using this in the trailer, but we've got to get this done first, else it'd just be off down the field.
Yes.
You know. But what's that saying? The perfect ship never made a fantastic sailor. It's like the perfect horse never made a good horseman.
Yeah.
So we go through, you know, you're young, you're going to have more horses than him, bless him. So things you learn.
I'm not that much younger than.
Than what? Me?
Yeah.
Don't be daft. You've weathered well then. So, even though I'm talking to you now, I've been doing the things with this flag. It's just, you know, my mind's... So you don't have to be as obsessive as me. I'm just putting some little things in there.
I think I do, actually. I think I do, because not having the to be able to practice as well. This is my practice as well, isn't it?
I'm showing you what's possible with him. You do not be down when it's not as good as this. I've put a few things in there that if you work on, don't come in and do everything. Do come in and do one thing.
Yeah.
Do one thing.
Yeah.
You know, do more for him, this flag.
Yeah.
Good boy. Good boy. Nice. Now, can he disengage? Beautiful. Look at that. Good. What do you think? No, not hang on. You see how this now, without this flag, you wouldn't get this done.
No, I wouldn't.
Because then, did you see him? That's a great thing there. He thought, that's it, that's your lot. Kathy, when Kathy does that, that's her lot. She's going to get all up at tea and not know what to do. Yeah, agreed?
Yes.
Yes. Now, look at his hind quarters, lift the rope. I back off slightly because I wanted him to face.
Yeah.
He's going to face when I want him to, not when he decides to.
Yeah, that's,
You see? When I say, who's running the partnership, who controls those feet? But he's lunging beautiful here. Look at that, he moves lovely, doesn't he? So now I do want him to face. I can go to my leading exercise.
Yes.
Back him up a couple of paces, thank you. Go out this way. A little bit more live. Thank you. Swish your tail all you want. Won't do anything for you. Good. So now my leading exercise, lift my hand, drop, because he faced.
You're getting so much out of him, it's unbelievable.
Huh?
I'm seeing so much potential in him.
See this the changes.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah.
This it. Look at his head.
I know. It looks like a different horse.
See, love, language and leadership, you've heard that, I've heard that, loads. When you figure it out, we can all love on them, can't we? You know, I bet you're brilliant and you're loving these horses. We do that naturally. That's nice, look at that. Right, love, language. Once a horse realises we're talking to what their feet do, you know, if we want that across there, I'll release in my foot when I want what I want. You know, if I want that back end, you see me rising Nita, bless her. That was the last but one ride.
No, that was...
At the showcase, it's going to be...
Where are you doing that?
We're doing the showcase.
Leighton
It's nearly full on the Saturday if you want to go. It's a long way, late does it, but it's one of the best 2 days in the UK of horsemanship. And it's got, I think there's 40 different horsemen there. Wow. Over 2 days. And there's all kind of potions and lotions and there's shopping and this and that.
It's called
and there's a huge indoor arena.
What's it called, Bob?
The horsemanship showcase.
Horsemanship.
And you've got Ben Atkinson there showing all his lovely body off.
Warwick Schiller's going.
Warwick Schiller.
Is he?
He's there
He's there.
for the first year. So I think that's gone really well.
Yeah.
Boy. So, now,
Yeah.
so I'm going to keep this going until he went forward. with his feet. So you see how I've built up something with a flag?
Yes.
Right? Ideally, I would have liked that done without, but so. Boy. So I'm going to keep this going. Now I drop it. So the flag has more meaning than a stick and string now.
Yeah, I've done that before.
So this is the trailer loading. We'll keep this going till he's not throwing his head and getting worried. Lovely. That was a nice attitude. Did you see that?
Yes.
Okay, so pluck him in, stand this way, active with your arm. Lovely job. Always send him. And then the next couple of times the other way. But you should get to a stage where out here and you'll just send him in.
Yes.
Because that's where you want the box to end up. Send him in.
All right, so I want him to go through here. I want him to go through here, okay? And then we're going to come round and see what we got. So let's go and put the halter on and grab him now. Right, okay. What? Come in this way. You know you always say he stops there. Come in this way. Come in a different way. You with me?
Right, you've just heard me say to Kathy, bring Caesar in a different way. What I'm saying there is approach the trailer in a totally different light, a different perspective of what he's seeing. Because if you come down the road, which naturally you would come down that track road, turn right and go towards the box. Every time you kind of go down there, he sees the box and there's trouble. There's trouble straight away. There's a fight on. And I said, Kathy, take him a different route, a route he doesn't expect. So he'll think, hang on, where are we going now? So that's why I'm doing a zigzag there and making sure Kathy doesn't have focus into the box, focus on other things to get down to the box. So we're trying to eliminate the fight that's always there at the beginning.
So you're going to bring him around this way, all right, and then down this way to try and avoid that spot, and then go over there. Have focus over there. You with me? Is that any better than it's been? Right, go over there. Focus. You're not focusing at all. So there, you've eliminated the fight. Yeah. Okay. That's lovely. Okay. Don't come this way, but you've got to look at something else. He'll know where you're looking, you see. Good. I'd even come, you know what I mean? I wouldn't even come down here, just a different, and then. Well, I know, but you have, yeah. And then, yeah. So you've not made it completely about the lorry straight away. You with me? Yeah. Okay, now what we're going to do, we're going to ask him, I'll take over now, ask him to go through a gap. Ask him to go through a gap around this. I'm trying to get his feet moving around the lorry, okay? You know he sticks a lot. There's a lot of stickiness. Well, I want him to move his feet around the lorry. So can you go forward? Yes, you can. And can you go forward? Yes, you can. You see what I'm doing here? So when you've got that good in the arena, so I'm looking down here. So I've got some forward. So I would do that each time. A little bit of forward, okay? Now, let's see what we got then. Do you want to show me, or do you want me? You don't want to do it? Okay.
Now, I've just asked Kathy to show me, I would have liked to have seen kind of what was going on right at the bottom of the ramp, so I can kind of figure out. I totally understand why Kathy kind of froze a little bit there, didn't want to do it. Kathy is convinced she can't do it because of all the water that's gone under the bridge. So, I never push anybody to do something they don't want to do. So I totally accepted that. Okay, don't worry about that. No, you just watch and see how we get on. Now I am totally expecting the psyche of Caesar. Now we're at the bottom of the ramp to freeze up there. Totally expecting that. Now I'm hoping we have some problems because from breakdown comes breakthrough. So it's kind of weird to say it, but if Caesar goes straight in, then he's not gone through that breakdown. He's not gone through anything. He's just gone in for me because now I've got no history with him other than what I've just done, and he's getting more halter broke for me now and things. So it's actually better in the long run that he does go through some breakdown, so he comes through it. And he's not used to coming through it. He's used to having his breakdowns, saying no, and it taking hours and sometimes not at all happening. So it's kind of hard to understand what I'm saying, I think. But maybe you can just grasp that the more problems I have, as long as it's not too long, because I've got so much going on, but that we have something to go through to get the light from it, the light from the dark. So here. So he's stuck there. So I've said yes. So I've said don't stick. Right. Okay. Right. So he's stuck. So it's straightness and feet forward. So he's pretty straight there. Okay. Tell him how good he is. Let's lower his head a little bit. And let's see if we can get a feet forward. So we got a foot forward, didn't we? Let him sniff it. Tell him how good he is. Huh? So straightness, feet forward. Now the reason I'm doing nothing because we've got a foot on the ramp there.
He will spend 2 hours with 2 feet on that ramp.
Oh, would he? Really? Might have to get rid of that poo in a minute. So everything's going away for him at the point of the trailer. Really?
Very nosy as well. Goes somewhere there's lots of people with the horses.
Mm-hmm.
More interested in what's going on there than I'm asking him to do.
Come on. Boy. So I'm just rewarding any tries for forward. Yeah, just letting him know that as long as he's not very straight there, so I'm going to straighten him up here. Forward with those feet. Straighten him up. There you go, mate. Right then. That's it, mate. That's it. That's it, mate. That's it. That's it, mate. That's it, dude. So we'll leave him here for a minute because his 4 are on. His 4 are on. He's really relaxed with 4 on. I'm going to back him up and I'm going to try and use the tool I've picked up. Come on. Come on. Right, now he's out. Now I'm going to work on hindquarters. You with me? So now I'm going to work on hindquarters. And what's going to start to feel better to him? He'll start to, so he's getting better with the flag. Now I'll go the other way. I'll go the other way. Hindquarters this way. Because this is a great manoeuvre for working on Ben, getting him used to the flag. Does he? So. Boy. Good lad. Good. He's found them. You see how this is building up? We'll bring him out now. Okay, bring him out. So what would I do here? Stop him. So this now is a place of work. You see? Yeah. So are we getting him used to this flag? It's becoming great information. I might bring him away from it. Stop him. Back him up. Bit of energy. Lovely. Bring him to the side of here. Feet forward. Oh, he's getting that now. Desensitizing. Not into me. Come on. You see how making the wrong thing. Good. Come on. How many times is that? Good lad. Boy. I'm going to let him rest in here now a bit. So that was half the time. Good boy. Now how about that? Now what we're going to do is leave him in here now for a little while. All right? The longer he's in here now and it's peaceful, all right? I don't want him pushing on me there. So here he's pushing, so I'm going to just, you see how I just, so the longer we're in here now, the better. And hopefully it'll take less and less time. We're going to, might help if you rub on him with me. Just rub on him. Wouldn't pat him too hard. Yeah, tell him how good he is. There you go, mate. That's all it is. I'm going to see whether we can come out real slow. Real slow. There you go. Lovely, that is. Right, okay. So, let's take him over here. Take him over here. And then see if we can come in here again. So the flag to get to there. Come on. Okay, right. That felt good to me. How did that look? Huh? That looked good, didn't it? Now we got, each time now I'm leaving him in here a bit longer. If you just rub on him, tell him how good he is. What I'm saying to myself is the goodness that's from the breakdowns, the good we're getting here is not only breakthrough, we're getting desensitization to the flag, because now you're going to be able to do more with the flag without him getting totally beside himself. Yeah. So that's good. We've worked on bend, disengagement, backing up out here. Yeah. We've worked on movement to the feet, language, love language leadership. So we've worked that wasn't wasted. No, it wasn't at all. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Okay. Tell him. All right. So that's good. Yeah, we need another apple. Oh, Tanya's got them. Let's just see if he'll go straight up for that stuff. Over, over. Good lad. That was even better because actually he came in. Yeah, that was excellent. That was excellent. Sensitise now to this flag nicely for you, because it did worry me slightly, you know.
Oh, I laughed when I saw that, guys. Look, that's how much it means, isn't it? You know, there he is starting to go in the box. You know, we're starting to make our idea his idea. I thought I had to put that there.
So I'm waving that a little bit. Get your butt over. Thank you. That's gone. And then we're going to rub on him again. Tell him how, because they know when we're thinking good, you know. But what we're going to do now, he's going to be put away for 10 minutes. And then Catherine's going to have a go, yeah? But I'm here to help. And if Catherine can do it a couple of times, then that'll be awesome. So there's a break for 10 minutes now, guys. And I'm just going to show you what I've set up there, because Tanya's back's killing her. So I've set Tanya up there, look, because different beds every night. That gets you, doesn't it? What I've done here, look, set up only with some strings. So there's the lick, and there's some little horsey treats, but we've been putting half apples there. He's been enjoying them more. Now this is hard. This is Kathy's. It's gone hard. So a little trick is to put some warm water in that, and it become like a gooey top to it. But that, you know, that needs to be in there every time now. He's really starting to hunt that down now when he comes in. And one of the biggest problems was Caesar wouldn't disengage they could ever get him in. I mean, it has been more difficult than you think, guys. I know it's been bad because he reared and fell over backwards and everything, but he's coming in now, and he's disengaging into that corner quite well and realising he can move. But what I've suggested is, just in case he rears, because he has reared, this is solid, and I've said don't use that. Use one of your ties. Use one of your ties in future. So, yeah. There we go. Let's have a set up a change in motion. Having someone come and do this, you know, it isn't going to be as good, but she knows it's possible now, and it's going to make her more determined, I think. Yeah. Yeah. Walk around there. then come back here, and then straight in. Walk around here, and then straight in. There you go. Walk around like it's nothing. Straight in there. Good girl. That was he trotted in. Take his back end over. Block him so he can't come out. Now rub on him for ages. Don't hold him too tight under the chin. Just leave it like that for now. Yeah, there you go. Now block him if he decides. Do you with what I'm saying about blocking? It's on his head there, waving motion. I'd put a nice hay net in here, you know, as well. That was excellent, wasn't it? He run in there. He hasn't run in like that yet, has he? Now it might help in the early stages for you to be me. Just be behind him. Hold the flag. Try not to do too much with it, but he will know that's there because that's now I've made it a forward motion. The flag. Well done. How'd you feel? Don't dare what? I don't dare go. One more time. Yeah. Yeah. So go into your gap and everything like that, and walk around. That's great. Brilliant. I like the fact that he's turning his hindquarters over well for you. That's awesome, that is. He's realising he can do that better. So when you're ready, come out here. Same thing, but really look up there. Look up there and imagine him going in. All right, and again. So you're going to be me. You're going to be just a presence here. Cluck him in. Oh, look. Look at his hind end. Give him a rub now. And then leave him in there for a while with you. Do you know what? I'm not going to force any more. I think you've just done brilliant with that. And that's the nicest thing. He's realising, because you know all the hindquarter work we've done, up there, here, with the flag out here, that he's really getting loose on his hindquarters, and he's going into the corner himself now. I honestly think you've cracked this because of that. The hindquarters are just flowing, because usually he's stuck, isn't he? His feet have become loose in the trailer. Big deal. I just rub on him there now for a while, and then he's a stunning looking animal. He'd look good in my saddle. Have you noticed that the life? Yeah, he's responding to a human a little bit better. Like I say, see if you can bring him out with quality now and put him away. Yeah, I don't think we should overdo that now. He's just showing us that he's got this. He's got this. There you go. Look at him. That'd be a nice picture. He looks kind of at ease with the world, you know. Right then. I think good girl. Yeah, go and put him away now, and see you, mate. See you in the next one. And where are we off to now, Blackpool? Where we met. All them right, and have a bit of lunch, and we're going to go and see the lights. And thanks for your help. Just you being there is giving support. So it's great that you look. When you see the video, will you have a look as well and think what you could do to help if you have a bad spot? Maybe just come up behind, lift the flag, but take the flag away when the feet. Look at the feet. That's all it is. And,
I've actually said to her, I said I'd love to be with you today.
Yeah, awesome. I'm glad you were here. Really glad you were here. So wrap. I'll just say to her though. Yeah, and then I know it was difficult for you, but yeah, there's a picture then.
So that's the end of the video now. Kathy was over the moon. I was really pleased. That was quite a demanding kind of session, really, and especially knowing that there can't be too much practicing going on. So I've got a good feeling about things with Caesar, and Kathy was absolutely over the moon. She was buzzing. She saw a different side of her horse that she'd been missing for a while since the accident. So yeah, that was great. And guys, sorry for the Blackpool clips. We absolutely love Blackpool.
We had a great, you know, we went out and had a lovely meal after that, and it was good, and we slept well, both of us. So yeah, that's it then, guys. That's the end of the video. Please, if you can, like, share, comment if you can. The comments keep kind of the algorithms going with the views and that. So yeah, ciao for now, guys. Happy trails. And yeah, oh, Tanya just shouted. Kathy did message back saying she just feels over the moon with things, and he's feeling real positive, and that positiveness will carry over. And when Kathy sees this video, it'll, you know, I said don't do too much till you see the video, and then she can analyze the video and pick one thing to go and try and be effective. You've got to be effective, you know, with your cues. So yeah, happy trails, guys. See you on the next one. We thought we'd just
go up the front.
Go up the front. It is a mini Las Vegas, isn't it, Tam?
Yeah.
Huh? It is, isn't it? A mini one. Blackpool Illuminations. And
Yep, turn left here.
we're leaving Blackpool Illuminations.